Hold up.
O quê? Eu vou começar a gravar. Saiu do vídeo. E aí galera, tá começando mais um vídeo aqui no canal. E dessa vez nós vamos continuar com Game of Thrones. E galera, eu estou com um probleminha do YouTube, que o vídeo não está indo para todo mundo. Então, me ajuda lá, galera. Se você conhece alguém que me assiste também, fala pra essa pessoa que o vídeo já saiu. Porque o YouTube tá zoando. Não tá indo vídeo pra todo mundo. Tipo, o aviso que tá indo. A notificação, sabe?
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you said you wished to stay. If you wish to stay Lord of this house, then show him the same defiance.
Let's not do something rash.
Esse carinha só quer...
What should I say to him?
Tell him and his men to leave.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men rule.
É, né, meu filho? Vamos manter a calma. Pra que se estressar com um treco desse? Que gordinho.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss.
Com muita dúvida, porque ele...
I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Credo, que mandar ele cagar.
How dare you?
I dare, and I'll do as I damn well please. And no bread and salt.
Ai, tá achando que manda.
Kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt. You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Calm yourself, old man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Forresters have
Sim, porque você é
shit on us
folgadão.
for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have you back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the warden of the north.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
Lord Whitehill, please.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so
Terminou
fucking
sim.
greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between
Ele
us.
xingou?
You squandered your
Ele não
share.
falou
Our share
aquilo.
was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Que? Que cabelo é esse, mano?
Your
Que
man, the squire. We were
ridículo.
minding our own business, keeping the king's
Gente,
peace,
se
as
você
his
tem esse
lordship
com
here
cabelo
said,
assim...
when your man
Não, não,
attacked us
não,
for
não,
no
não, não.
reason.
Por favor, não.
Hear that?
Muda, porque tá
For
estranho.
no reason.
É...
Garrett
você
was
matou a
only
família
defending
dele,
himself.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their type.
Ai, esse carinha gordo tá me
Who
irritando.
killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
We haven't seen him. He was never here.
You little liar.
Não vou falar onde ele
I
tá.
will find him. By the gods, you better hope I do, because if I don't, I'm holding you responsible. And you'll answer for what he's done. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Agora você fica caladinha,
Lady
né?
Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you
É um
forgotten
porco
your
mesmo.
manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
Thank you for coming, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
Bye, bye.
May be lord of this house. But Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know
Mano, ele é
a
muito
Forrester man
folgado.
killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Você está no seu
We're in the
direito.
right, Lord Whitehill. Remember that.
Certamente. Bye, bye, cabelo esquisito. Your hair. Bad.
Your son did well, my lady. He kept his wits while Lord Whitehill lost his temper. A lesser man would have been rattled, but Ethan here held his ground.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once. Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrayal
Mira
to the king may be
Forrester.
enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Ufa, finalmente! Tudo bem que jogos assim você mais assiste do que joga, mas... né? Tava na hora já.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. Ethan made this for me.
Por que ela tá longe deles?
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Vamos ler, vai, porque eu apertei só olhar e ela não fez bosta nenhuma.
Father,
Bem em voz alta.
much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Ah, vamos dar mais uma exploradinha.
Wonders made by
É,
man.
aqui, é só tipo um casaquinho que ela tá, gente.
A gift from Roderick.
Alguém exagerou no blush, né, minha filha? Olha
I
essa
hope to see
bochecha.
them all someday.
Mó rosa. Levou uma chinelada na cara. Nossa, fez... Você viu como ela andou esquisito?
Ask this of you.
O jogo
But
dá
you
umas
must appeal to
travadas,
Lady
monstro.
Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally. Especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Gente, que sono. Qual é o vídeo que eu não falei que eu tô com sono, né? Pera aí. Antes de abrir a porta, vamos dar uma zoiada. Não tem mais nada.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Ah,
No, it's fine.
deixa ela
Come
entrar.
in.
que ele faz?
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just
Ai,
worried
estou
about my
preocupada.
family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
Ele percebeu a sua honestidade.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
Why are you telling
Por
me
que você está me
this?
contando isso?
I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
Eu ainda não entendi o que ele tava fazendo. Tipo, ele tava botando o que dentro do trequinho? Nossa,
Lady Marjorie.
nem chegou na hora
You're early.
exata.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you
Ainda
must
não vou
not
falar que eu preciso de
despair.
ajuda, acho que é
We will
cedo
get
pra
through
falar
this
isso.
together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing,
Será que
now
essa
that
outra
I'm
tá com
the queen.
ciúminho?
To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
Eita, a musiquinha tá
What
até
does she intend
tensa.
to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well.
Olha
She
só.
demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to
Apreciou
hear.
sua lealdade.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Ixi, carinha estranha.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
Good luck. Nossa! Acertei certinho o que ela ia falar, hein? Você é louco? Ai, já tô vendo treta. Olha.
You can do this.
Eu não consigo andar. Ai, que sono, gente. Meu Deus. Andar nessa lenteza. Ai, que bonitinho o cabelo dela. Agora que eu vi, parece uma rosa. Mentira, parece um cocô
Lady
mesmo.
Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely?
Vai dizer que não parece. Parece, eu sei que parece.
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Curvar a cabeça talvez seja uma boa.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty
Ay,
to the
caramba.
crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Calma, gente, que eu tenho que prestar muita
Clever
atenção.
girl.
As perguntas tá tensa.
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
The girl did say their loyalty was unwavering.
She has a talent for equivocation, yet I question what she really thinks. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end. Old
Acho que eu
allegiances
fiz
are
bosta.
not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
Gente do céu, tá difícil.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
She was just following her heart.
Ai, meu Deus, pera. Gente do céu, e
Very
agora que eu
simple.
faço esses
So
bosta?
quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this, I hope
A
you
Rainha
find
está
it quick.
insatisfeita com a sua resposta. Ela vai cagar, ela não aceita nada.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to
Frescura.
define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question.
Sou leal
Go
à
on.
mulher.
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace. I serve at her pleasure.
Clearly your handmaiden
Ela
does
se
not
lembrará
have her
disso.
priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
She's headstrong, isn't she? Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl. But not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Ih! Acho que deu merda. Será que ela ficou brava?
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
As you should. And of course she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Então, é isso, gente. Eu vou terminando o vídeo por aqui. Eu espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se gostou, deixe seu joinha, não esquece de compartilhar com seus amigos e se inscrever no canal. Um beijo pra quem fica e até o próximo vídeo.